Ethan stepped into the bedroom and froze. There she was, his wife, sleeping soundly, her head nestled against the chest of a man who wasn't him. The air was thick with the sting of betrayal. Quietly, he opened the nightstand drawer and flipped off the safety on his pistol. Without uttering a sound, he slammed his foot into the side of the bed. The man jolted awake, panic flooding his eyes, but before he could move, Ethan's fist connected with his jaw, sending him crashing down. Clara shrieked, scrambling to wrap the sheets around her. "It's not what you think," she cried out. Ethan's face gave away nothing. His voice came low, almost eerily calm, hiding a storm beneath. "You've got 5 minutes to leave this house. If you're still here after that, neither of you walks out." Earlier that evening, rain had pattered gently against the cobblestones as Ethan pulled into his driveway. His sleek black car came to a silent halt in front of the townhouse in Zurich, a place that had once brimmed with love, now only a haunting echo of better times. He adjusted his tie, the stress of the day weighing on him, though it was nothing compared to the unease coiling in his stomach. Something felt wrong. When he walked in, only silence greeted him. No soft music. No smile from Clara. Just the faint scent of vanilla candles lingering in the air. He called out her name. Nothing. Each step up the stairs grew heavier, the dread pressing in tighter with every one. And then, he saw them. Shock collided with rage, sorrow, and disbelief, crashing through him like a wave. He had trusted her. Every memory they'd built now felt hollow. But Ethan wasn't one to lash out without thought. Even as his heart fractured, he held himself together. He retrieved the gun, steeling himself for the confrontation. After dragging the man out and ignoring Clara's desperate pleas, he told her to go. "You made your decision," he said, turning his back as she frantically gathered her belongings. The days that followed blurred into sleepless nights and endless questions. But Ethan was more than a wounded husband. He was a tactician, patient, precise. He didn't drown in pain, he shaped it into a calculated plan for retribution. He started with the man, Lucas Reinhardt. A mediocre salesman with oversized ambition, a messy past, and a closet full of secrets. Ethan hired a private investigator and quickly uncovered a mountain of dirt, unpaid debts, shady deals, and yet another mistress. Then came Clara. Despite what she'd done, Ethan understood her. She'd always had a weakness for grand gestures and tearful reconciliations. So he began to draw her back in, carefully, methodically. Thoughtful notes. Surprise bouquets. Words laced with forgiveness. The mask of a repentant lover fit him well. Eventually, she gave in. Over a candlelit dinner, he handed her a box. Inside, the diamond necklace she had once treasured. Her eyes shimmered with tears. "You mean it?" she whispered. Ethan smiled warmly. "We deserve a second chance." But what Clara didn't realize was that every gentle word, every act of kindness, was part of a plan already in motion. Ethan never mentioned what was coming, no warnings, no signs. Just the slow, invisible rise of a storm that neither she nor Lucas would see until it was too late. He'd been setting the trap for months. Lucas's world was unraveling, one thread at a time. Clara, meanwhile, was constantly on edge, not knowing the sense of dread she carried was deliberately planted. Ethan had tipped off the investigator, who then alerted Lucas's employer and creditors to his dirty laundry. Every move was calculated, though not without risk. His hand had trembled the first time he sent an anonymous tip, knowing one misstep could expose him. The investigator warned him, Lucas wasn't just dishonest, he had dangerous connections. But Ethan didn't stop. One late night, while reviewing evidence, a message lit up his phone. "You should stop while you're ahead." Fear crawled in, but only briefly. Ethan was already too far in. Within weeks, Lucas lost everything. His job. His money. his reputation. And Ethan used the chaos to build towards something bigger. He arranged a lavish party under the guise of a new beginning with Clara. The venue sparkled, the guests arrived dressed to the nines, and Clara was radiant, truly believing they had turned a corner. As the night reached its height, Ethan took the mic. His palms were damp. His heart pounded as he surveyed the familiar faces. Clara beamed in the front row. Then the room went still. Ethan spoke. He thanked everyone for being there. Then hinted that this night wasn't just a celebration, it was a revelation. Behind him, a screen flared to life. Images of Clara and Lucas, intimate, undeniable, filled the room. Gasps broke out. Murmurs spread like wildfire. Clara's face drained of all color. Ethan held steady, his voice unwavering. He thanked her for the betrayal, the lessons, and turned back to the crowd, ending the night with a calm farewell. He walked off stage while Clara remained frozen, her world crumbling around her. In the weeks that followed, Ethan filed for divorce. The townhouse was sold. Clara's prized designer wardrobe? Donated. The proceeds went to launching a mentorship initiative for aspiring entrepreneurs, something Ethan had long dreamed of. Clara tried to reach out. Messages went unanswered. Her calls blocked. In desperation, she showed up unannounced at his office, crying, clutching a handwritten letter. He refused to see her. She shifted tactics, spreading rumors that he had been the one unfaithful. But it was too late. No one believed her. Lucas, meanwhile, disappeared from view, ruined and forgotten. But Ethan wasn't done yet. Knowing how much Clara cherished her rare art collection, he used the divorce proceedings to have it seized and auctioned. The money? Redirected straight into his mentorship program. Not long after, Clara lost her job, thanks to anonymous tips Ethan had sent. An internal investigation confirmed suspicions about her conduct. The consequences were swift. Each time she tried to climb back, she sank deeper. Her once perfect image now lay in tatters. Alone. Isolated. Unrecognizable. Ethan, on the other hand, rebuilt. He poured himself into his work, into helping others, into becoming the man he aspired to be. Standing on the balcony of his new high-rise, the lights of the city stretching before him, he finally felt something he hadn't in ages. Peace. This had never truly been about vengeance. It was about reclaiming his life, finding closure, and rising from the ashes. Sometimes, the deepest wounds teach us the most about strength. And in the end, Ethan realized that freedom doesn't come from destroying someone. It comes from letting go.